Hey everyone, thanks for waiting. Can you give me a quick shout out, not to me, but give me a quick message in the message if you can hear me and if the audio is okay. I'm actually using a microphone today, and I hope it sounds a lot better than I hope it sounds a lot better from before. So can one of you guys just let me know if you can hear me okay? I guess is the first thing. Okay, good. And hopefully it's a lot better than before. It seemed a little choppy. So welcome everyone. Thanks for waiting. There's already 8 of you on here, so that's awesome. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a 6-2 loss to the Minnesota Wild. And yeah, that was rough. That was, you could tell that was the last game of a 6-game road trip. So the Canucks fall to 10-9-2. That means they now have 22 points in 21 games. They end off their road trip 1-3-2, 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 shootout losses. So 4 points out of a possible 12. Just imagine that they actually either won one of those or snuck out, held on the lead, either Detroit or Buffalo. Now we're talking about 5 or 6 points out of 12 instead of only 4. So we got a lot of time tonight. Just for those of you that are here and those of you that were here, my son Jacob will be making an appearance. Maybe put a comment below if that excites you, or if it doesn't excite you, it doesn't matter. Jacob will be coming down at 8:15. And he will come down to answer whatever questions you have about the Canucks. He doesn't know anything about the Canucks, so Jacob will be coming down, and we can talk to him about whatever we want. Okay, well, a lot of comments already, which is awesome. I'm going to try and get to these as we go. Again, I won't rush. I welcome all of you. My name is Clay Emo from beautiful Vancouver, BC. That wasn't a beautiful game, but I'm from Vancouver, BC. Canucks season ticket holder, a daily YouTube vlogger. My channel is called Clay's Canucks Commentary. I know that many of you are on here because of that channel. Some of you might be on here because of Twitter. Doesn't matter. Just glad that you're here. And yeah, we're going to talk for the next 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to end, Jacob will come down to 8:15 in half an hour, and that will signal the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. So we'll go for about 35 to 40 minutes or so. And like I said, I'm using a microphone today, so I hope it sounds a lot better. I was going to try and use my iPhone, but then I can't read the screen. It's too small. So I'm back on my Mac. Got my iPhone here. Got my laptop there, and hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. All right, let's go. Hi, we suck. I don't think we suck, Los Angeles OG, but that was rough. You can tell that was the last game of a 6-game road trip. You got to remember, no excuse, but as I mentioned in my surprises and concerns video, we have 6 regulars out. Not make that 7. 6 regulars out. Basically, our 2 best wingers, Besser and Berchi, our best D-men, Edler, our top, our bottom 2 centers, Sutter, Beagle, and then our backup goalie, Nelson. And we see what happens when we have to put our backup in, our 4th stringer, basically, in Richard Bachman. So I wouldn't fault Bachman completely. There are a couple goals I'm sure he wanted back, namely the one from behind the net. But a couple of them he got interfered with his own players. A couple of them were power play goals. So I'm not going to pin this on him. I'm going to pin this on the entire team from a standpoint of no one to blame in particular. End of a 6-game road trip. I can't wait to see what happens when they get home. And it's crazy. They played 14 of the first 21 games away, and that includes 2 6-game road trips. Then they're only home for 2. Then they go away for another 3. They do the 3 LA teams, the 3 California teams at the end of next week. So they got Montreal on Saturday and Winnipeg on Monday. Blessed to be going in both of those games. Not in either of my seats, actually not in my seats for either of them. Going with a friend on Saturday, sitting near center ice was pretty cool in the lower bowl, which is completely different than. And then Mondays, got tickets with my Elias Pettersson jersey deal from Van Base. So those aren't my regular seats either, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, didn't think Bachman played well. Braidster, yeah, he didn't play well. He certainly didn't steal a game, but also I don't think he had a lot of support. Like I said, left out, hung to dry a couple times, got interfered by his own players a couple times, and Minnesota was obviously the better team. They didn't have 5 regulars out. I'm not using that as an excuse, but I am using it as a reason. How's that? I hear you. Hi. Yep. Retire this franchise. Los Angeles OG, you got to be more positive, man. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. So you can argue and debate about the good looking all the time, but hey, I am positive. Loud and clear. Thank you. Worst game of the season by far. Yeah, Carter, I'd agree. This one was tough. It really showed some of our weaknesses and some of our holes. I thought the game against Pittsburgh at home was pretty bad, and there was one other one that I'd say was bad. But yes, this one, we didn't have a chance from the start, and it wasn't entertaining. I guess it's different if you lose and it's entertaining, and Pettersson and Besser and Horvat are doing exciting things, but not a lot to get excited about today. Forget about it, move on. I agree. I agree. Forget about it. Move on. It's time to come home and see how we do at home. And I will not make any references to Jack Hughes or the word TANK. You can type it as much as you want. You're not going to get me to say it because I don't believe in it. I don't think it works. And it's not a guaranteed formula for success. But you guys know that already. Are we surprised that it didn't go well, though? No, Helen, we are not surprised. Last game of a road trip. Vegas Golden Knights coverage, 53 Magic in the air. So VGK coverage, that is my good friend Louis out of Las Vegas. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. It's an excellent channel. He does very entertaining videos, puts way more effort into them than I do. Right? I'm the one take wonder. That's why I say it's my Canucks take all in one take. I press record on my iPhone in my car, and I press record again to stop it, and I go to my office and upload it. Meanwhile, Louis puts in a lot of effort into his videos. Very entertaining guy. So make sure you subscribe to VGK, Vegas Golden Knights coverage. 53 Magic in the air. It's actually 53 Horvat Magic in the air. And yes, Bo Horvat did score another goal, and that's a reference to the rap song that I wrote to Bruno Mars' 24 Karat Magic a year and a half ago. Lori Forsyth, tough game to watch. Whole Canucks team looks tired. Yep, I agree. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's the end of a 6-game road trip, as I've mentioned a couple times. And I'm sure I'll mention it a few times as we go. Another YouTuber, he's taking a bit of a break, but I still want you to follow him and think about him. His name is The Gamer Jeff. His actual hockey channel is called Hockey to You. And he started off by doing 3 or 4 really good videos and then has decided to take a quick break due to family and medical reasons. So, Jeff, I wish you the best. And it's good to see you on here. Keep on doing what you're doing on Twitter. And no rush, man. People are going to be here when you come back to YouTube. So don't sweat that. So it's The Gamer Jeff here, but his Hockey to You is the name of his channel. Stuck in my head. Thank you. Sounds cool. Helen Hughes. Yay, Jacob. Man, Jacob gets more love than me, but you're going to have to wait 25 more minutes for the appearance of my son, Jacob Isaac. Does Pettersson's 3-game slump concern you? Arjun, it doesn't concern me. What concerns me more is that he hasn't done anything since Maria and I wrote that song for him. We were very happy about that song. We got excited. We got 29,000 views on Twitter, another couple thousand on YouTube, and another couple thousand on Facebook. And as soon as we wrote it, his scoring went down the drain. So maybe it takes a bit of a home game for him to get going, the excitement of the crowd. Maybe it takes a bit of home cooking. Maybe it takes him getting away from matchups. And quite frankly, what it takes is Brock Besser coming back. I don't think it's because I bought his jersey or because I wrote a song about him, but you can say all you want, all you conspiracy theorists. But I just think obviously we're seeing the effect of having no Brock Besser in the lineup. We are trash. Hey, that was a tough game. I'm not going to say that you can't say what you think, cousin vlogs, but I'm going to be a little more positive of that. I know it's annoying watching these games. Nathan, man, we got to win against Montreal. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. We have to win against Montreal. I think it's, no matter what happens, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere in there, and I'm very blessed to go. I actually sold my tickets to my cousin, and then I got asked to come with another person to that game, so I'm excited about that. The Gamer Jeff, back to Jeff. I am curious on your thoughts on something a bit different. So the last couple of games we've been having a pregame show. How come some games we don't have any? It confuses me. They have the NHL best on. Yeah, that's a good question, Jeff. I don't know the inside answer to that. It could be programming related. It could be rights related. It could be they don't have the energy or the time or resources. I don't know what it may be. It might be depend on what city they're in. Who knows? It might be the start time, whatever it may be. I'm going to try and find out. I'm going to ask a few friends. Not that I know anyone that would know, but if anyone knows why, I'd love to hear it. And maybe if I reach out to one of the Sportsnets guys, they'll get back to me if they feel like it. Good question, Jeff. Sorry, I can't answer. Sorry, that was a pretty bad answer, actually. So that really didn't solve much of anything. Shadan Bartlett, a lot of road games and only here for a couple, then on the road. Any other team with this many road? No. They played, like I said, 14 of the first 21 are on the road. That means it's going to even out. So that's a good thing for us Canucks fans. We're going to see a lot more games at home, and hopefully they have a better chance of winning at home. But don't forget, there's that 2 or 3 week World Junior break as well. So somehow all the away games are still going to be packed into big trips. So I don't know of another team that's playing this many road games. I actually don't know of another team that has played this many games. You look, I think the Canucks are the only team that has played 21 games to this day. And doesn't it seem like Canucks fans that it's always like that every year, that we play the most games, and then whether we get up to a fast start or a slow start, it's kind of, you got to figure out, this Calgary's got 2 games in hand and LA's got a game in hand. Of course it evens out by the end of the year, but I noticed that the Canucks seem to play a lot of games really early. But no, I don't know any other team that's played so many road games. Or even if I did, even if there was, I wouldn't know about it because I don't follow other teams as closely. Bachman is trash. I'd rather have Rick DiPietro or Tom Sestino. Nathan, that's a little strong. I'm not sure you hear from the start. I thought Bachman didn't have his best game, but he's a career AHLer. So what else can we expect? Yeah, maybe by fluke, some guys come up and steal a game once in a while, or catch lightning in a bottle, so to speak. But his teammates didn't help him that much. And I'm not going to pin this game on Bachman. I don't know what we expect. He didn't play an NHL game last year, and he played 5 or 6 games the year before. So much bad vibes. Yeah, we're going to turn this around, though. Pettersson looking like mini Dats out there at the end. Yeah, in the third period, especially on a couple of the rushes on the power play, some dekes. You know, it's funny. I noticed that sometimes the NHL accounts or NHL gifts or NHL whatever will tweet a Pettersson deke or whatever, and you see a lot of people praise him and applaud him and affirm him. And then a lot of people, mostly Toronto fans, oh, but yeah, he didn't get close to the net. Oh, whatever. It's just a deke. It's really funny that for whatever reason, I think Toronto Maple Leafs fans in particular have this hang up in that they're only allowed to have the really good players, i.e. Matthews and Nylander and Marner and whatever it may be. Just be happy for us. We don't make fun of you guys. So be happy that we're the 4th team in the core under 24 according to TSN. Don't know what I'm talking about? Check out tsn.ca. They rank all 31 NHL teams, their top players under the age of 24. They call it the core 4, the best 4 players on each team under 24. And the Canucks were one of only 3 teams that got straight A's for their 4 guys: Pettersson, Besser, Horvat, and Quinn Hughes. Hasn't even played a game yet. They got 4 straight A's, and they came in 4th in the rankings. Edmonton, with obviously McDavid and Draisaitl, were number 1. Matthews and Nylander led, and Marner led Toronto to number 2. Colorado, Rantanen and McKinnon were number 3, and Makar, and then we were number 4, and then I think Winnipeg was number 5. So it's a pretty cool. It's nice to see that the Canucks, their youngsters, their prospects, their young stars are getting recognized throughout the league. Next question is your thoughts on Goudobin, Gaudette. I thought Gaudette had a lot of jump today. Got that assist on the Horvat power play goal. I saw him covering for the point for his D-men a lot. I think he's okay. He's obviously only playing because Sutter and Bigo are both hurt. And when they get back, I see Gaudette going back to Utica to get more minutes, playing more situations. But I could see him being a solid second power play guy, 3rd or 4th line center, but in a couple of years, not right now. Goudobin, it's frustrating. I think Goudobin's a very frustrating player. He interfered with Bachman on the Canucks' 3rd goal. He makes really bad passes, sometimes cross-ice passes to the point where no one's there, sometimes put his defenseman in a tough situation. Obviously, he's got a lot of offensive talent. He has, picked up some points throughout the season, but that was when Pettersson was on his hot streak. And I wouldn't say he's riding his coattails, but obviously benefited from being with Pettersson. So Goudobin, I see when Besser and Berchi come back, I see Goudobin as the odd man out. I think he will drop down to either the 3rd line or maybe even bench for a little bit. Because when Besser and Berchi come back, I say your top 6 is some like Horvat, Berchi, Besser, Pettersson. Maybe you go Eriksson and Virtanen. Did I say that right? Pettersson and Horvat as your centers. Yeah, and then you have, Berchi, Besser as 2 of your wingers. And then maybe it's an Eriksson and a Virtanen as opposed to, Nikolai Goudobin up there. We will see. But, we don't have to worry about that until Bessie, I put their names together, Besser or Berchi come back. I'm surprised they didn't do an emergency recall for DiPietro, Chicago player. He was playing so well. Yeah, CHL player of the week. I think DiPietro, it'd be nice to see him and get excited for him and maybe, like I said, catch lightning in a bottle, but really there is no need, especially to take him from where he was in the CHL. I think it was just by fluke that it's been 9 straight games for Markstrom. He sort of got hurt, although they called it a rest day. And it's just by fluke that Demko has a concussion and Nielsen is still resting his fracture in his hand or coming back from that. At least he's practicing, which is good. So, I think DiPietro's still 1 or 2 years away from being called up. There's a lot of guys ahead of him. And, who knows? Would he have played better than Bachman? Likely. Would he have won the game for us? Probably not. So is it worth all that trouble? Love you, buddy. I won't be typing, but I'm listening as I do some stuff around. Hey, Louie, you do what you got to do, man. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate your support. Keep up the good work. Clay, how do you think about teams no longer playing teams no longer in the conference, i.e. no more East versus West? Hey, Alexander. Actually, Alex is the guy who's bringing me to the game on Saturday. Very blessed by his generosity. So thanks, Alex. What do you think about teams no longer playing teams in their conference, no more East versus West? Well, I'm not sure what you mean, Alex. We can talk about it on Saturday at the Canadiens game, but they do play against teams from the other conference, just not as much, obviously. You play 5 games within your division, 4 games out in your conference, but within your division. outside of your division, but within your conference, and then you only play 2 games versus the East, 1 home and 1 away. So I'm not sure what you mean, but obviously it's meant to build up rivalries, regional rivalries, divisional rivalries, and maybe cut down on the travel a little bit, but that doesn't really work for Vancouver because they got to travel anywhere. Smart move, still start Bachman. Yeah, I agree with you. I think no more East versus West would make things easier for the Canucks. Yeah, travel-wise, but we don't want to see them play against just Central Pacific Division teams all the time, Alex. I think we'd like to see the variety. Otherwise, if we don't play against the East anymore, then we're not going to see the Tampas and the Pittsburghs and the Washingtons of the world. Thank you, Clay. Really appreciate that. No problem, Jeff. I love you, man. Is Virtanen going to be the next Michael Grabner? Hot when hot, a nice cold when cold. Yeah. Who was it? Was it someone compared Jake Virtanen to Michael Grabner in that he could be a streaky goal scorer, but maybe not a mainstay in the top 6. I think Virtanen and Grabner are equal skate. Like Grabner is a very fast skater. We know that. Virtanen obviously has a more physical game. And I really like Virtanen. I have his jersey, as you guys know. I think Virtanen could be better than Grabner. Maybe not a top line player, but I don't think it's a far-fetched to think that he could mature into a top 6 player. Definitely top 9, obviously, 3rd line. That's what he's doing now. But I think he could be top 6. I think he would be a bit better than Grabner, but that's just me. Maybe I'm biased. I think it's good that our long road trips are at the early part of the season because if we're in the playoff hunt, when you're homestand at the end, so we have area advantage possible. Yeah, that's one positive to look at all these road games stockpiled at the start of the season is that we will be home a bit more later on in the season. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. NHL should remove Eastern road trips for the Canucks. No, that's not going to, Alex, that's not going to happen, man. We got to go there. They got to come to us. Helen, I'll be at the Montreal game too, Clay. Maybe see you there. Yeah, Helen, I'll tweet out anyone who wants to come hang out at one of the intermissions. We'll see. But if I don't see you, Helen, enjoy the game. And I know you're cheering for the Canucks, right? Okay, good. Jeff. Oh, and I mentioned pregame because I really like the intel, hearing about the other team too, about the other coverage. Yeah, pregame shows are cool. You talk about the other team. You show Canucks TV features. Heck, they've even played some of my music videos on pregame. So I like pregame too. But yeah, I don't know the reason why. If the Canucks didn't go on Eastern road trips, would it make it easier for the Canucks? No, not necessarily, because the Central Division is crazy with Nashville, Winnipeg, Colorado, Minnesota, the team we lost to tonight. So that's 4 really good teams. Then Chicago and St. Louis, not so good. And I'm missing one, obviously. Oh, Dallas, they're kind of up and down. But no, if we didn't have any Eastern road trips, we'd still have to play really tough teams in the Central Division. So I think sometimes some of the teams in the East are easier to beat. We might not show it right now, but the Buffaloes and the Carolinas and the Detroits of the world, the Islanders even, those are teams that we should beat or at least be very competitive with. Thumbs up to the Canucks, Laurie. I agree. Carter, without Besser, it seems our forward core is depleted. Without him, I realize how much he helps in the power play and overall scoring. Right now, the team doesn't seem dangerous offensively. Yeah, I've talked about this in my daily videos, but think about this, you guys. Our power play is pretty bad right now, right? We scored 1 goal tonight, but 1 for 6, 1 for 5. We want to be at least 20%, and we weren't that tonight. So here's the thing. We are missing 3/5 of our power play 1 unit. We have Horvat and Pettersson, but we are missing Besser, Berchi, and Edler, replaced by Goudobin, Gaudette, and Pouliot. I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather have Besser, Berchi, and Edler than Goudobin, Gaudette, and Pouliot. Pouliot, you guys know, I did a whole video about him. I don't like his play. I think he makes a lot of people nervous. He makes a lot of dangerous passes. He give away, like we saw today, right up the middle. I don't know what he was thinking. But why not try Stetcher or Hutton on power play 1? Put Pouliot on power play 2 if you want, or try Stetcher on power play 1 and Hutton power play 2, or vice versa. Hutton on 1, Stetcher on 2. Let's try something different. And it's not just Pouliot's fault. Again, he's passing to Gaudette and Goudobin as opposed to Besser and Berchi. But yes, we've obviously seen the Canucks power play look stale. It looks predictable. And Pettersson on one wing, we would always be excited about Pettersson on one wing, Besser on the other, Edler up top, and then Horvat working down low, and then Berchi floating around the middle. That was a really, really good unit. Berchi cutting to the net for those passes from Horvat from the side of the net. But obviously, we're not seeing a lot of that right now. We should call it Biega, go Hawks. Well, actually, Biega is still with the team. He's just a healthy scratch. Both Alex Biega and Brendan Gaunce have been the healthy scratches for the past few games. I'm actually surprised that Gaunce hasn't gotten in. But who do we replace? I guess maybe Archibald, and then you can move Granlund out from center. Granlund, not good in the faceoff circle, but he did lead the team in shots tonight, and he had he always seems to play well against Minnesota, maybe because he wants to prove that he's better than his brother, which he's not. But at least I'm sure he gets excited to play against his brother. All right, let's keep going. Time for new look uniforms. I don't know where that came from, but Whale Oil Beef Hooked. Nice name. Yeah, I guess you want new uniforms. All right, no problem. Nathan, top 6. I presume you're talking about Jake Virtanen. I would love to see him top 6. Braidster, I like how fast Roussel plays. Yeah, you know, Roussel's speed has surprised me a little bit. I've seen him live, and I was quite impressed with his speed. And if he can dig and get in the corners and make things easier for guys like Pettersson and Besser and Horvat, then I'm all for it. You know, he showed a nice goal a couple games ago, but like anyone else, the team isn't scoring. He's not scoring. He's not meant to score. He is meant to agitate. And we did hear his name a lot after the whistle, that Roussel would be mucking it up in the, you know, at the side of the net or in front of the net, which is pretty cool. He brings an element that we don't have a lot of, maybe Virtanen a little bit. Virtanen seems to be in some dust-ups after the whistle, but really it's just those two guys, Archibald a little bit too. To anyone recommending calling up DiPietro, don't ruin a guy's career by calling him up too early. Yeah, Leo, that's a much more articulate way of putting what I was trying to say is there's really no need to do that right now. We've got plenty of time. You know, in 4 or 5 years, if our goalie tandem is Demko and DiPietro, that's pretty exciting. And that's what I get excited about, right? Yeah, the Canucks are going through a bit of a slump right now. They start off the season like gangbusters. But in 4 or 5 years, guys, we could have a lineup that has guys like Pettersson, Jonathan Dahlin, Brock Besser, Bo Horvat, Cole Lind up front, right? You know, 5 or 6 guys like that. Jake Virtanen, of course. So there's a top 6 for you right there. And then on the blue line, we're going to have at least 3 of them are going to be Quinn Hughes, Olli Juolevi, and Jet Wu. Then maybe there's a Tanev Stetcher Hutton combo, which is pretty good. And then our goalies are going to be the 2 Ds, right? Demko and DiPietro. So that's exciting. It's going to take a few years to get there. Of course, if the Canucks continue to draft well, they're going to keep feeding guys out there. So there's a lot of promise. And I think obviously Pettersson's fast start has spread up that promise, has sped up that anticipation by a couple years maybe. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We won't get too far ahead of ourselves. But I agree with you, Leo, that no need to bring DiPietro. No, it's just not the right time. It doesn't make sense. Nathan, oh, you got some lines for me. All right, here we go. Berchi, Bo, and Jake. Then Eriksson, Pettersson, and Besser. Yep. Switch Goodobin with Jake battling for that line. So there's Nathan's top 6 when everyone's healthy. It's Berchi, Horvat, and Virtanen, and then Eriksson, Pettersson, and Besser. And then, yeah, maybe Goodobin comes in for either for Virtanen, as you mentioned, or even for Eriksson. But yeah, I could see him falling out of the top 6 with Bears. I said again, with Besser and Berchi coming back. Leo, Clay, what section will you be in for the Canadiens game? I don't know that yet because I'm going as a guest to Alexander. So maybe I will share that on Saturday. So Leo, are you going to be there? Maybe message me on Twitter and we can meet up or something. So let me know. Louis again for real. Oh, thanks, Alex. So Sim Alexander, we're in section 117. So maybe in one of the, actually, I'm just going to say it right now. In the first period, first intermission, anyone who wants to come hang out, we're going to do it in the first intermission. We're going to find a space outside of section 117. So I'm kind of conceited or kind of lazy. You guys got to walk to us. But Alex and I, we will be outside of section 117 for the first intermission only. For second intermission, I'll probably be lazy and tired and then I'll just sit in my seat. But first intermission, anyone who wants to meet up for whatever reason, outside of 117, section 117 for the first intermission. So Helen, that might be you. Leo, that might be you. Anyone else at the game, 117, meet up, tweet up, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's do that. Leo, I'll be okay. Actually, I'm going backwards here. I'll get to that. For real, 32 people in here. We should get 30 likes on the stream. Thanks, Louis. Yeah, you know these streams do well in terms of people in here and the engagement. Even though I think half of them are here to see Jacob in 10 minutes or in 7 minutes. But yeah, I don't worry too much about the likes. But yeah, if you want to give this video a like, I certainly wouldn't complain. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, if you haven't done so already, I wouldn't complain either. And by the way, you know, I like to always say, subscribe if you like to, like if you like to. I'm not going to make you do it. As Louis says, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. He really like it if you did. But yeah, if you want to do it, that's awesome. Doug McLean. There it is. Doug McLean compared Virtanen to Grabner. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Actually, do me a favor, just for the heck of it. I'm not a like monster. I don't need them. But I see it says 6 likes on there. Someone else who hasn't done it, just click it. I want to see it go up and get excited. So It says 27 viewers, 6 likes. If anyone wants to click it, oh, good. Now we're up to 7. Although we lost 2 viewers by doing that, but that's okay. That's a trade-off, I guess. Oh, now we're up to 8. Like, okay, that's enough. You guys spoil me. You guys make me feel too good. Okay, thank you. Yes, of course, cheering for the Canucks. Helen, just making sure. Nathan, Granlund, a dark horse in the Canucks roster right now. Yeah, I do. I've mentioned before, Nathan, that I wasn't sold on him, but I think Green really likes his versatility. He can kill penalties. He can do power play too. He can play in the middle. He can play on the wing. And as long as he continues to work hard, he could be a mainstay. And it's funny. I saw 9 likes and then it went down to 8. So someone not disliked, or maybe they did, or they took their like away, but that's all right. I'm not gonna worry about it. Derek Pouliot should be scratched when we get some of our D back. Yeah, actually, the only guy we're missing though is Alex Edler. But then maybe yes, I say we do sit Pouliot instead of Delzato. So when Edler gets back, whatever combos you want to use on your left side, you'll have Edler, Hutton, and Delzato, and on the right side you have Tanev, Goodbranson, and Stetcher. So I would make Derek Pouliot the 7th man for sure. With 13 points in 16 games, do you think Juolevi could be called up and play key power play minute the quarterback in Utica? Yeah, Carter. I mean, a lot being said about Juolevi's progress, especially in the last month or last few weeks. Yes, I could see being called up, especially if there's another injury. But you got to remember that the Utica is suffering through a lot of injuries too, so they might want him down there if he continues to develop. I would love to see him. I'd love to see him and Quinn Hughes actually come up in March, April, but maybe that's far-fetched. Maybe Hughes will come and Juolevi they'll keep down there to September or of next season, or maybe he gets a chance if there's another injury. We shall see. But yeah, would I love to see him up here? Yeah. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm not so sure, but that's a really good question. How soon do you think we'll see Juolevi? Maybe for a quick look this year. Maybe the Canucks want to see how he does in the pros, especially if God forbid we're out of a playoff spot, or maybe it doesn't have to come to that. Maybe we have more injuries and they want to see how he does. But yeah, I could see him playing a bit this season, but not a lot up here. Biega or Pouliot? Pouliot is younger and has more chances, but Biega is generally better. Yeah, I love Biega's game. They call him the Bulldog for a good reason. He's always in the corners mucking up. He skates well. He doesn't mess up as Pouliot, but his upside is not as big as Pouliot. So I guess we got to pick our poison. I have a video idea for you. When will the Canucks peak on the season? What happens then? What I mean by that is when they run out of gas, how they work to get a build for next season. Maybe they're running out of gas right now, Jeff. So maybe this is the video. But yeah, no, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I like that. I presume it's about that. Actually, Shiraz, I don't even know what that's about. So I like that too. I'll be upstairs in section 321. So I will head downstairs. We'll try and meet you. Yeah, Leo, only if you can. Don't sweat it if you can't. I don't know what you look like, but you know what I look like. I apologize for that. So I'll be there in my Pettersson jersey. I'm standing there with Alex, and then we'd love to meet some of you guys. So maybe Leo and Helen, it looks like at least the 4 of us will have a little meetup. Mr. Nut, that's a funny name, Mr. Nutsack 100. Does Pettersson look a bit tired to you? A tad. I think he's playing against matchups. People know how he plays now. People don't want to get deked out of their jock when they're playing against him. I think they don't want to be embarrassed, so they're playing him tighter. They're not letting him get to the net. And yeah, he's playing against tougher matchups, and it's the end of a long road trip, much like a lot of the guys. So he looks a little tired. Maybe a big game at home against Montreal will rejuvenate him. And I so badly want him to score so I can tweet out my song one more time, How Sweet It Is to Be Deked by You. If you haven't seen it yet, go take a look. Only got a couple thousand views on YouTube, but on Twitter it does have 29,000 views. Not that it's about the views, but at least it's nice to know that people are watching it. Helen, sounds good. See you. Oh, no, I said that already. Bracer, Leipzig gets thrown off the puck way too easy. Yeah, Bracer, that's a really good point. I thought Leipzig was really strong last year when he first came to the team. I had a couple of really good games playing alongside Horvat, but I noticed that Leipzig is high risk, high reward, right? He can make plays happen. He can rush the net, rush the zone, get the puck in the zone, but often turns it over and gets knocked off the puck. I think Pettersson isn't used to North American travel and schedule. Yeah, I would agree, Jeff, about he's not used to playing so many games in such a short period of time. And I think even Travis Green mentioned that as well. Those two things, the fact that he's North American schedule and the fact that playing on the road, he's facing tough matchups. And remember, Besser and Berchier out, 2 of the best wingers you can put on his side are out right now. Granlund is the new Jannik Hansen. Yeah, I could see Granlund as the new Jannik Hansen, very much a utility player. And Clay, for your Canucks have the second worst goals against in the league. Yeah, that's not surprising. We score a lot of goals, but we let a lot in. And we know that because even when the Canucks were 5 or 6 games over 500, they still had a negative goal differential, which is not good because a lot of games they lose by 4. Not a lot, but some of the games they've lost by 3, 4, 5 goals, 5-0, 5-2, 6-2, whatever it may be. Wondering who is Pettersson's roommate on the road. I don't know. That's a good question. Do you know the roommates on the road? No, I don't know the roommates on the road, but I'm guessing they put him with a veteran player. Like it would make sense to put a couple, a veteran and a rookie together as opposed to, two rookies. But I don't know for sure. Alex, are the Canucks the Islanders of last season? What do you mean by that, Alex? Expand on that question down below and we can talk about it. Nathan, do you believe we can somehow trade Tanev, make the playoffs like Colorado is? Nathan, I'm very interested to see what happens with both Chris Tanev and Alex Edler. I did a whole video on Alex Edler earlier this morning about the options, right? No trade, and then resign him, no trade, and then let him go, which would be stupid. Trade him, and then he signs somewhere else, or trade him, and then re-sign him as a free agent, which would be the ideal for the Canucks. Get a few prospects or a prospect or a draft pick and then bring him back. But as his agent said articulately on the radio yesterday, there's no guarantee that it'll work out for either the Canucks or Edler. So it's kind of risky. But I'm very interested to see what happens with Tanev and Edler. I think they're going to keep Tanev, though. I really think they want Tanev here next year for Quinn Hughes. Islanders scored a lot of goals and had the worst goals against the league. Are the Canucks like that? Yes, Alex, I think the Canucks could be like that. A high-powered offense and a bit of a leaky defense. I saw Goodovin and Pettersson hang out on the plane. Horvat likes to chill out and listen to music. Hutton and Virtanen likes to joke around, it seems. So, Mr. Nuts, I presume you weren't on the plane, rather that you saw that from that Canucks TV, airplane video that they did. So that would make a lot of sense. Can we expect Pettersson's match to come back to the level, or was it the whole league's match to shut him down? No, Shiraz, I think, as I just mentioned, I'm not sure if you heard it, I think it has to do with more matchups and end of a long road trip. I fully, we saw a lot of magic in his first 10 to 12 games. He's only 15 games into his NHL career. I think there's a lot of good things ahead of him, especially even in this season. I hear Jake coming down. Can we, off the Canucks website? Yeah, I saw that video was pretty good. So just so you know, as I wait for that door to open, my son Jacob, he's 15 years old. He's a lot of fun. He doesn't really, doesn't really know much about the Canucks, but we shall see. Oh gosh. So ladies and gentlemen, to end this off, this is my son, Jacob Isaac. Let's get to know you a bit, Jake. So some people are saying hi already. Helen said hi.
Hi, Helen.
Ryan, I'll do this last one, and then we'll get to Jake. Do you think Markstrom is hurt? No, I don't think he's hurt. I believe Travis Green when he says that he just gave him an off day to work with Ian Clark, the goaltending coach. If Markstrom doesn't play on Saturday, then we know he's hurt. But no, I expect him to be in the net, and I believe that he is okay. All right, so this is my son, Jacob. My older son, Sean, who you saw last live stream. Is he as cool as you?
Not as cool.
Okay, come closer because the mic's here.
Not as
No, you don't
cool.
have to talk right into the mic. Just okay. Well, I'll move over a bit. Okay. Sean is the Canucks fan. He likes to come to games. Jake just kind of comes when I can't find anyone else to bring with me. But he's a plethora of Canucks knowledge. So ask away, and we'll see what he says. Clay got to go. Girlfriend has an art show tonight, and I have to pick her up. Good. Keep up the great work. Question: are you going to Philly game? Yes, Mr. Nutsack. You like that name? Easy there. Very mature, the two of us. Yes, I'll be at that Philly game on December 15th, so let's chat before then. All right. Hey, Jacob, stop smiling. Okay, Jake, here we go from Jeff. Your favorite Canucks player? No, for real.
Like past or like now?
Do both. Do a past and a present.
Past, it had to be Roberto Luongo, number one.
Why?
He was good at keeping pucks from going in.
Yep.
My favorite player right now, I'm liking Pettersson, because he is young and good at hockey.
And if he wins the Rookie of the Year, what's that trophy called? I'll give you a hint. Multiple choice. It's the Art Ross, the Calder, or the Lady Byng.
One of those are the answers?
Yeah. What's Rookie of the Year? Art Ross, Calder, or Lady Byng?
Art Ross.
Wrong. It's the Calder.
That's a dumb name.
Okay. You just insulted the Calder family. Okay. Jacob, how's volleyball going?
Volleyball is good. We lost.
What place do you guys come in?
We came in 8th out of 9.
How'd you do in the playoffs?
We lost every game. But it was good experience.
Because you were a grade 10 on the senior team.
Yes.
All right.
Keep
it up.
Let's go.
Jacob, do you know what the trend of Jake Virtanen, when Jake Virtanen scores a goal, do you know what people are doing?
Oh, you talked about this. It was the beer thing.
Very good. Do you actually know that? I'll give you a hint. It's either the rifle Jake, the shotgun Jake,
Shotgun.
or the easy there. Okay. Yeah. So Nathan, he actually did know the shotgun Jake.
It's only because you talked about it.
Yeah, and don't do it.
I will not do it.
Don't do it. Okay. Bachman greater than Pettersson. Very funny, Willie. Jacob, pick a favorite player from each decade. I don't think I could even.
I think you're expecting too much.
Okay, just pick a couple older players and see how many decades we can get out of there.
Pat Quinn.
Okay, that's really bad.
Trevor Linden.
Yeah, good. 80s, 90s, yeah, 90s, yeah.
Henrik Sedin.
Yeah, 2010s, yeah. Yeah, Roberto Luongo's 2000s, good.
Very good.
Let's do one more. That's pretty good, actually. So you got Quinn, even though he's not your favorite player. You just know him.
Quinn is.
Okay, Quinn.
I saw him up there on the top.
What do you mean you saw him
the
up
top of like the Rogers
Oh,
Arena.
yeah. He passed away a few years ago. A legend. Quinn, Luongo, Linden, Sedin. One more. Actually, that was pretty good. You got 4 out of 5. Nice stuff. I have to put my son to bed now. Okay, Jeff, thanks, man. Jacob, how old are you?
15.
Awesome. Jacob, that means you'll do better next year. About volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah. So any other questions before we wrap this up for Jacob or for me? Stop staring at yourself.
I need to see why my eyes are so small.
Because you're Asian.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. No other questions? Then that's fine.
I have a question for you.
Me or for them?
For you.
All right, go ahead.
Who is your favorite player and why?
Right now, it's Bo Horvat.
Why? Oh, I forgot he's on the team.
Horvat is going to be our future captain. Horvat let your brother Sean caddy for him. Well, I didn't let him, but Sean, as you know, caddied for him in that golf tournament. And they had really good chats. And Horvat, I think he's a classy guy, and he's going to be undisputed leader of our team. And he works hard to improve his game all the time. I really like him. And I wrote a rap song about him.
Oh, yeah. The rap song.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. All right, a couple more. And then Jacob, what are you going to do when you graduate?
Go to university.
What are you interested in?
I don't know.
Hey, guys, did I tell you that he is
Hockey.
the second best bowler, 10-pin bowler in the province of BC for his age? Two-handed style, made famous by Jason Belmonte. What's your average? For real?
My average in this new adult league that I'm playing in is 198 or so.
Wow.
In the junior league, the easier one, I'm averaging like 160.
Well, that's not so good.
Yeah, that's not very good.
198 is excellent. Okay, here we go. Jacob, why do we have the same name?
Because only cool people have this name.
Yeah, except unless your name Clay or Jeff. Jeff, actually one more. Jacob, video game? Do you play video games?
I have played a video game before.
Oh, no. Is he asking to play a video game? It doesn't matter.
I don't have my glasses.
Yeah. Alex, why can't the Canucks have a better AHL goalie? I think if Demko was playing, Alex, we'd have a much better AHL goalie, just in bad timing.
Yeah, me too.
What year did the Sedins get picked?
19. Am I right?
Yeah, so far.
1995.
That's a little too early. It's 98, right? 98 or 99? I think it's 98. It might be 99. Someone correct me down below. Okay, let's whip this off. Can't have just one. Can't have just one what? What game did the Canucks ban on road trips? Oh,
you want me to
yeah.
ban?
What's the most popular video game right now that everyone talks about?
Fortnite.
Yeah, very good. They banned Fortnite because they want
what?
on road trips because they want guys to bond and they don't want guys staying up all night to play video games.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
That's good.
Good
for the team.
I put him on the spot. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Jason, good to see you, Clay. Thank you. Oh, Clay's, but there's only one of us. 198 is my golf score. that was funny. 198 is my golf score. That's funny, right?
That's funny.
That's a good one.
I get it.
Clay, what team is surprised besides the Canucks? Have you seen the Habs? Yeah. Montreal surprised me. Buffalo surprised me. Even this team, Minnesota, has surprised me. They're not my favorite teams. We're going to wind this up. Can't have just one. I don't know what that means. Nathan, is Jacob Markstrom cooler than Pettersson? Says his name. Is Jacob Markstrom better than Pettersson? More cool because of his name.
His first name, yes. His last name's not.
Okay. Well, you just insulted everyone named Markstrom in the world. I dropped in at the end here. Good to meet your boy. Thanks for the vids. Keep the positive. Peace out. Thanks, Shiraz. No, he's talking to me, not you. 1999. Thank you. Oh, look at these. All these guys know it's 1999, not 1995. Why are you looking at this one? That one's behind. Okay. Jeff, thank you. Have a great night. God bless. God bless you too. Alex, the Comets should have a goalie tandem like Canucks did back in 2011. Yeah, it's tough to get a strong AHL team. Alex, we can talk about that on Saturday. And have a good night, guys. Okay, perfect. We are at our 40-minute mark, which is where we like to wrap these up. So thank you to all of you for joining. It's always nice to do these after a win, but the Canucks didn't win. They haven't won in a while. It's always nice to do these after an Eastern game because now it's only 8:30 and not 10:30 or 11. So a couple of reminders. I will be at the game with my friend Alex on Saturday. Stop staring at my nice haircut. I will be at the game on Saturday. So during the first intermission, if you want to come meet Alex and me, we will be outside of section 117 for the first intermission only. Come say hi, Leo and Helen. Hopefully I see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to. I do Canucks videos every single day, every single morning. My Canucks take all in one take. No editing, no transitions, no titles, no sound effects, no nothing. Just me blabbing. And if you can't handle that, then just cover up the screen or just listen, right? Kind of like what you do at home.
Yeah. Cover up the screen and just listen.
Peace out. Peace out of the pod, guys. Who was our first round? Oh, okay. Last one. Who was our first round draft pick this year?
Pettersson.
This year. Pettersson was last year.
Oh.
I'll give you three options. You ready? It was either Quinn Hughes, Rasmus Dahlin, or Sveshnikov.
Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, very good.
He's like Pat Quinn, but younger and alive.
Okay, get out of here. That was a horrible ending. No, redeem yourself. Say bye to everyone.
I'm sorry for the comment I made.
No, I think you're just trying to be funny.
Yeah, you're right. Have a good night.
Look there.
Have a good night.
Okay.
And see you next morning.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, thanks. Okay, friends. No, seriously, get out of here. And Ryan, I will not do a post game when I get home. Get out of here. Stop dancing. It'll be too late. But yeah, if you're there at the game, we'd love to meet you. Thanks again, guys. Hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun doing these things. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedules to do this. Let's hope that the next time we do this is after a Canucks win, when they're healthier, when they're playing better, more energized. And I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait to do a game with Alex on Saturday to see Montreal. I can't wait to do a game on Monday when the Canucks host the Winnipeg Jets. So two Canadian teams that are playing well. Hopefully we make that a third Canadian team playing well. Thanks again. Have a great night. God bless, and go Canucks go.